सिर्फ आपके फोन को यूज करके यू कैन मेक योर फर्स्ट 10,000 rupees in just 30 days. Let me show you how step by step. Hi everyone, I'm Ishan Sharma and all of you are doing it wrong. Setting high expectations and goals for yourself like making 1 lakh per month, 1 crore per year, that looks fancy, but in reality those are unattainable for most people. What you should focus on is creating smaller goals that you can accomplish, which will give you a sense of satisfaction and motivation to keep going ahead. And that is why today I'm showing you how to make your first 10,000 rupees with just a single phone. If you have a phone and an internet connection, that is all you need to make your first 10,000 rupees from your home. Video ko like kar do because anyone can do this, and if you follow this advice correctly, you can make a lot more than 10,000 as well. It's a 5-step process, each step involving 6 days, so that by the end of 1 month you will have 10,000 rupees. But first let me tell you the mission. Now this is not about referral commission, this is not about affiliate marketing, this is actually about writing. Yes, writing on your phone can make you a lot of money. There are so many places in which writers are required. Anything from writing Instagram reel scripts, writing Instagram captions, writing LinkedIn posts, writing YouTube video scripts, YouTube video descriptions, search engine optimized blogs, and so much more. This is a vast field which you can explore and make a lot of money. In today's day and age, every business and creator requires a high skilled writer. And the good part is, no matter what phone you have, you can start writing and make money through that. The first step is to actually learn the art of effective writing. I like to call it copywriting. What is copywriting, Ishan? Why is it important? Well, hear me out. On the internet, where there are so many pieces of content, you will have to make sure that your content catches attention. Your content is persuasive. It forces people to read what you have written, and that is all about effective copywriting. Copywriting is all about writing persuasively that gets people to take an action. Action can be anything like a follow, like, comment, share, subscribe, or even buying the product that you have, buying the ebook that you are selling, anything. So the first step is for you to actually learn this skill. The first 6 days should be all about putting in at least 2 hours every single day on this skill. How will you improve your writing skill? Hear me out. I will lay down 7 steps that you can employ and become a better writer. But before that, you have to understand that this will all come with practice. So every single day, sit down, just you and a piece of paper or your phone, and just start typing. Write as much as possible, express yourself, articulate yourself. Now, while you're writing in the first 6 days, try employing the 7 tips I'm about to tell you, and you will automatically become a better writer. The first step to effective writing is to actually start thinking clearly. So even before you start writing anything, make sure that it is crystal clear in your own head, that you have clarity in your own brain. With that, the next step is to start with the end in mind. So even before you write that YouTube video script, even before you write that LinkedIn post, even before you write that blog, think about what is it that you want the reader to take away. What reaction do you want them to have? What should be an actionable by reading your writing? And lastly, how should they feel? What should they take away from this whole writing? Could be anything. Could be a YouTube video description, could be an Instagram reel caption, but you have to figure out कि मैं इस बंदे को कैसा feel कराना चाहता हूँ, right? So now you know कि आपको किस तरह से लिखना है, right? Do you want them to feel inspired? Do you want them to feel motivated? Do you want them to feel sad? Do you want them to feel anxious? Whatever it is, it could be anything. Do you want them to feel terrified? Write it down. You need to have clarity. What is the end going to look like? The third tip is to write less and express more. The best writers are all people who are writing less and expressing more. And this is exactly opposite of what you've been taught in your school, where you have to write as much as possible if you want to gain marks. This is not that. It is all about writing less, but driving the point home. Use simple words. Don't use jargons. Don't use abbreviations. Start with writing short sentences and challenge yourself. How can I explain this 10-line concept in maybe 4 lines? How can I reduce the number of lines and words but still communicate the same message? Because that is really important. Use simple language as much as possible. Write less and express more. That is the third important step. You need to write like you're talking about it, right? Like just like I am talking, I would never use complex sentences when I'm explaining something to you. And that is exactly what should radiate from your writing. So always make sure, write less, express more, simple language, simple words, short sentences, and write as if you are talking. That is really important. The fourth step is about drafting quickly and editing later with time, right? It's so important. Most of you who are asked to write an essay on capitalism or write an essay on your own life, you think too much before even writing a single sentence. You have to understand, the first draft will look horrible every single time. And you have to be okay with that. The first draft for an Instagram reel, the first draft for a YouTube video script will always look terrible. But it is those iterations that you go through. The edit is where you turn it from rocks into diamonds. So when you get to writing, just start by writing the draft and get it done as soon as possible. Do not think too much. Just dump everything you have in your mind on that draft. And that will be the first shitty version of what you've written, right? And the next step is for you to iterate on it, is for you to enhance it every single time. So the edit is where everything is done. And you have to understand that. So you create a quick draft and then you keep editing it, refining it until a point that you are satisfied with the quality and the copy of what you've just written. Look at other people's work, get inspired by their work, understand what are they using. The fifth step is to use AI tools. There are so many AI tools which can help you get the first draft ready, like Quillbot, like ChatGPT, and you can also use Grammarly to spot those grammatical errors and to understand how can you change the way something is written. So it will tell you what is the tone of this sentence, what is the tone of this paragraph, of this complete script that you've written. And that is why all these three tools is a must use for you. There are many other tools as well, like Hemingway, but these three are crucial. So start using them and improving your writing. Go on Quillbot and see how can you rephrase something. See how can you change the tone of something with the help of Quillbot, and then refine it later on. Put your human touch onto it. And now the sixth step is all about mastering the hook, right? So as I said, it's all about copywriting, effective writing. So what you need to do is you need to understand how can you draft the most eye-catching 2 lines of that piece of writing. The first 2 lines need to catch attention of people. So what you need to do is to consume as much content as possible and observe how people are starting their reel, their YouTube video, their LinkedIn post. What hook are they using? Be very careful when you observe what are they writing, why are they writing, and how are they getting traction on their piece of content. Whenever you find a great piece of content, save it, bookmark it, put it into your Notion or WhatsApp group and start looking at that if you are creating something, if you're writing something, and start using that later on whenever you create something. So that is really, really important. Most people start from scratch. You don't have to do that. There are so many examples of things which have worked well in the past, in Reels, in YouTube videos, in LinkedIn posts. You don't have to start from scratch. Look at what people have done in the past, save it, and then start to use it in your own context. Obviously, modularize it to your own liking. And the last tip I want to give you to become a better copywriter is storytelling. Storytelling is the most important skill you can learn if you want to persuade anyone, if you want to influence anyone. The ability to tell a great story which captures attention of people, which has a conflict and a resolution at the end, and with which people can resonate with the character development. Why is Spider-Man the greatest movie? Because you can actually see Peter Parker developing, maturing, going through hardships in his life and becoming a better person in the end. And you can relate with that person. And that is a beautiful story for how you can progress in your own life. And that is why this is great copywriting. So observe work of great people, great pieces of content, of art, and learn from that. And always make sure that you're telling a great story to people. So these were the 7 tips that can help you become a better copywriter. That is the first step. The second step, however, is equally important. Once you've become a great copywriter in the first 6 days by putting in at least 2 hours every single day, implementing all these 7 tips I've just told you, using all of these tools, the next step, however, is to build your portfolio. And so if you, for example, want to create Instagram reel scripts, then sit down, look at the most trendy topics out there, like electoral bonds, and make a reel on that. Make a reel script on that. If you are someone who's into writing YouTube video scripts, Take a look at Reddit's IPO and write the story of Reddit in the form of a video essay on YouTube. So write that script. So whatever you're finding out there, a news, it could be a story, create a LinkedIn post, a YouTube script, an Instagram reel script, anything. But just create your own piece of work and post it on social media platforms so that you have that social capital as well. Because now you can tell people that, hey, I am a great copywriter. I can write your social media content because I have done it in the past on my own account and I've gained hundreds of thousands of likes on these platforms, and I can do the same for you. And that screams the loudest that you are the best copywriter out there. So post on social media, create a Google Drive where you can publish and put all of your work. Could also be Medium, and then showcase that and have that one link that you can send to people where they can see the best work that you've done so far. It could be links of social media profiles and posts and content, or it could also just be Google Docs. So that is really important. So now you have Google Drive. Now you have a portfolio. Now you have become a great copywriter. The third step, which is going to be all about finding the client. Figure out, do you want to work as an intern or do you want to work as a freelancer? Both ways you can make money. The freelancers might make more, but you have to make a choice. You can do both. You can try both and see what works better. The first step is to actually go on platforms and start applying as much as possible. So go and make a Fiverr account and start applying for buyer requests. Optimize your profile. Understand how Fiverr algorithm works. I made a video on the Fiverr algorithm. Go watch it if you have not already, but understand everything about it. Learn how to email people. Learn the art of cold emailing and start sending emails to the most favorite creators that you have. Look at their pieces of content and rewrite their content altogether. For example, you see a YouTube video of your favorite creator, but you absolutely hate it. You think it can be improved. So create and rewrite the entire script of that YouTube video and send it to that person on email and say, hello, I have written this entire video script for your YouTube video. I know you've posted it, but have a look at it and I would love to work with you. Here is my contact number and we can get started today itself. Make it very easy for them to find you, for them to contact you, and have your portfolio link over there as well. That is the simplest way to reach out to people. So now you are reaching out to people, you're applying for opportunities on platforms. Another important thing is to start putting your content on social media, like I told you before, and offering this service to people. So there should be a link in bio so that people can click on that link and they can buy your service. They can get consulting from you, or you can coach them, you can mentor them. There should be a way for them to contact you and pay you for your service and your talent. So that is a third and the most important step. Most people forget it and they're great at writing, but that is when they just stop. They don't know what to do next, right? And this is the really important thing. आप दिखोगे नहीं तो आप बिकोगे नहीं. जो दिखता है वही बिकता है. So you have to be available on these platforms, posting your content as a social media writer. At the same time, reach out to interesting people, DM people on social media and actually rewrite their scripts and show it to them. Right? It could also apply for Twitter threads, anything that you are writing for. It's all about perfecting your art and showing it to people, being discoverable. That is the third step. The fourth step is, let's just say that you closed a client. You're offering them 5 threads for 10,000 rupees, or you're offering them 10 Instagram reel scripts for 10,000 rupees, or you're offering them 2 YouTube video scripts for 10,000 rupees. It could be anything. The idea here is to start somewhere. Stop negotiating too much. This is your first work. It's not your last. You can definitely get paid a lot more in the future, but just get freaking started. Okay. The first step is to onboard that client. Create a workflow for them. Have a Notion dashboard that they can visit and they can see all the work you're doing, the progress on that work, and make it effortless for them. Have a contract in place. Have a payment terms in place, that how much money would you need upfront and how much would you need later on, and make it very clear with them. Get the agreement signed. This is the most newbie mistake people make when they get into freelancing or when they start working as a writer. Get everything signed and confirmed and make sure that there are no miscommunications in this game. And once they sign everything, once they pay you the upfront, never work for free, never take all the 100% payment after the delivery of the work. get some advance upfront payment. That will give you motivation as well and keep you going. That will also save you from scams. So make sure that you are aware about that. So once you have everything ready, the next step is invoicing. Make sure the invoicing is proper. It shows a level of professionalism that you have. Instead of saying that, oh, just GPay kar do or something like that. So you have to be professional as much as possible. And once you are doing that, always try to get that person, that client, on a retainer basis, right? Once you've onboarded them, get them on a retainer basis, that every month I will create 10 threads for you. Every month I'll create 10 LinkedIn posts for you. It could be anything, but it should be a package that you are getting paid for every single month, so that the next month you can make even more money. It's not a one-off thing. It is a recurring retaining project. So that is the fourth step. The fifth step, however, is another very important part. The last 6 days in which you are delivering on the client expectations is where you will start getting testimonials. Get as much testimonials as possible from the people. Get the results. If you make a LinkedIn post for someone, they post it and they get 50,000 reactions or they get 50,000 impressions. Take that screenshot and post it on your own social media saying that a client of mine just got 50,000 impressions on the first LinkedIn post I wrote for them. This is what worked, and break down your exact process. Don't worry of other people stealing your art. Focus on showing examples of why your work is successful. Show that to as many people as possible. Be online on social media platforms and share those case studies and those testimonials, so that more and more people get to know about who you are and what you do and why you are valuable in this market. And once you've done all of these 2 things, the next step is for you to upgrade yourself, is for you to become a better writer. How would you do that? You can scale yourself with the help of custom GPT. You can basically go to Chat GPT and create your own custom GPT in which you would enter all the work that you've done in the past, your written pieces of content, and then get Chat GPT to write for you in your style, so that the first draft becomes much easier. And this, my friends, is the easiest 5-step process for you to make your first 10,000 rupees with just a single phone and an internet connection. That's all you need in the first 30 days. If that sounds interesting, go out there, execute, share this video with a friend. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below, and subscribe. There's a video I made separately on how can you write online better. Watch that if you have not already, if you want to become a better writer, and just get started. I wish you all the very best. Always remember, it's either day 1 or one day. You have to decide which side are you on. Thank you very much. If you're still watching this video, write in the comment section, I was till the very end. The description of this video will have a ton of more resources that will help you become a better writer and get you clients at the same time. So go have a look at that as well. Click a screenshot of this video and post it on social media and tag me at Ishan Sharma 7390. I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.